recap from last time.
I can hit it real quick. So the earliest I can remember is that we were all back at the bar, all of us for once, and good lucky us, that's when Mert decided to stop by with his girls on his arms, as always, and he gave us a new Harper mission. Pretty much we have to go find Greeley, aka Greasy, the Drakno, and we need to intercept a sail between him and the Zint. He gave us some nice disguises for that, and pretty much the main goal of that is to keep the Zins from getting that item, whatever it is, we don't know yet. Though if we can get that item and give it to the Harpers, we can get a little bonus reward for that. And after we got that all arranged, and also they gave us the money to buy that with and a way to contact us whenever it needs to go down, I believe. And after that, the next day, we all kind of split up a little to do some different things. Jim, Lazarus, and Vivi all went over the notes that Jim stole from his father, after, of course, giving us all a talking to about how dangerous and irresponsible we are, very deservedly so. And then Oz went and bought a sick-ass weapon that we don't know how sick-ass it is yet, but it looks pretty sick-ass. And King, Izo, and Caprico went over to Mini Cat Street to kind of see how the tabaxi in the city live, and King used a amazingly clever disguise in order to not be recognized down there, and got a little chat with. Oh, I forgot the old cat's name. It's what's his name again?
Nestor.
Nestor. Got to talk with Nestor about why he hates the Mexican nobility, which touched King a bit, and I believe that about hits it. I don't know if I'm missing any kind of big portions.
Vivi hung out with her grandpa. Following up on the clues.
Mm-hmm. I knew I was missing
for
something.
Scavenger hunt.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I think that hit on most everything. Yeah.
And there's now a buddy escort system for employees.
Yes, because Tam has put the very real possibility of someone getting snatched off the street, leaving the bar to.
All right then. Okay, so I think we left off with Lazarus was on his way to speak to Lord Wavier, and the rest of you are at the bar as Oz is getting ready for his big date.
I'd like to speak to Oz quickly.
Go for it.
Hey, Oz, my man, I have a favor to ask you.
Yeah, what's that?
Well, you see, I'm a little embarrassed about this. I've been a little strapped for cash lately. I only have 27 silver on me. And I know I said you could keep all that stuff from my parents, but I was just thinking, maybe you could throw just like 10, 20 gold my way, just in case I need some pocket change.
About that!
Someone brought it up.
So, actually, I don't have any money.
Well, I don't mean to disagree, but I saw you take all those valuables from my family home.
Oh, yeah. It's, they're gone, though.
So you cashed them in for gold. Wonderful.
Right.
I would like just a little.
But I cashed that gold in as well.
You spent it all.
I spent it all.
In one place?
New money.
And then I take out my shiny new fancy rapier. Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow.
I've drawn that rapier before.
Well.
Wow.
This is a pretty nice weapon, I'll give you that.
Yeah, to remind you, the picture isn't quite accurate. It's made of this silver blue or silver teal colored metal, and its crossguard is designed to look like a crashing wave.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! Wow. Wait, am I supposed to be able to read what it does? Or is there more to it than just that?
I mean, what's the last word on that you can see?
Underwater.
Okay, yeah, that's what you know.
So if I attune to it, is there more that happens, or?
So, like, you've been holding onto it long enough that you've been, that you would have time to attune to it, but every time you, like, grip it, you feel, like, this weird sort of, like, static in the back of your head. And this
Oh,
sort of
God.
tingly sensation that runs up your arm.
Uh-huh. Okay. Dude, this thing's fucking awesome. There's one effect on it that's really nice. Maybe. I don't know how that affects things. It says immune to the corrosive effects of acid and oozes.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by that?
The weapon will never be damaged by acids and oozes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it, okay. Okay, well, are we just going to that? Or I guess if we're just going
Yeah,
to that,
not
then...
not you, the weapon.
The weapon, yeah.
Yeah, never mind. I thought I was like, oh, cool. I guess I'll try to attune to it. Whatever.
Yeah, again, every time you try, it's just like this weird sort of fuzz in your head.
Oh, so it's not letting me.
Something's up with it.
This thing doesn't work. There's something wrong with it.
Does it not poke?
Did you
Looks
break
pretty
it?
sharp to me.
Yeah, but it's like magical. You know how you're supposed to like magically like feel what it does when you get a magic thing? Because it's magic?
Is that how magic works?
I don't know. I feel everything that way.
Yeah, magic, you just kind of do it if you're, good at it.
No.
Unless
Oh,
you're
I know
one of
what
those
you're
nerds that has to read in a book to do magic.
I know what you're talking about. I feel that way about my flute. We
Yeah,
have a deep bond.
Right. There's usually like this magic thing that it's not working.
Well, sometimes you gotta talk to it, you know. That works
Yeah,
for
try-
me.
Yeah, try and play your rapier.
Okay, I'm gonna just like poke with it, like poke around.
Yeah, so you draw it and you start poking around with it. The rapier is weird in that as you're sort of moving it around, it feels heavier than it should, and when you try to swing with it, it feels like your arm is just it feels like you're cutting through like water or pudding. It's not affecting your attack rolls or anything like that, but it's like you can just feel this sort of sluggishness as you're sort of wielding this thing.
Maybe you need to get it wet.
You know, I don't know why, but I was thinking the same thing. I pee on it.
What?
Oh God! Take it outside, man.
Not
I mean,
in the
there's
bar.
like a sink right there, and we got like beer everywhere. You could like spit on it, but no, you take the time to take off your pants, whip
The
out your
life's
dick.
water.
Okay, I was about to attempt to pee on it, but then everyone makes me stop.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I pour something on it, like alcohol.
Yeah, you can dump it in water. You can pour alcohol on it, and it doesn't. Like every time you just keep swinging with it, it's too slow, or not too slow, but just feels slow.
Are we by like a well or anything?
I mean, you have sinks in the bar.
Don't we have, like,
Yeah,
a
there's
bathtub?
there's a fountain outside in the.
We have a
courtyard.
bathtub, don't we?
Yeah, you have a bathtub. You have a fountain outside. All that stuff.
I'm gonna go upstairs and run some water.
That's a good idea. Bath always gets my mind thinking.
Yep, that's why I'm doing it.
Is he really gonna go take a bath with his rapier?
He probably bought a broken sword. I wonder how much it was.
Apparently, it's all the money you have.
Ah, how much was that sword?
More than one.
Less than $1 million. Let me guess.
Million. Yep.
I got it. Was it 200 gold?
Yeah, around there.
Huh.
The ballpark.
That's a lot. That's a lot for a sword.
You spent 200 gold on that toothpick?
You
What if
definitely
somebody
got ripped
takes
off.
it?
I'm gonna try to bathe in it with this thing. See if anything happens.
Okay, yeah. So you start. Wait, hang on. Clarify. You're bathing with the sword, or you're like submersing the sword.
I'm bathing with the sword.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you start bathing with the sword, get all lathered up and stuff like that. And when you finally pick the sword up and give it a couple of swings, nothing.
I hate this thing. What did you do to me?
Sounds like somebody has buyer's remorse.
This thing fucking sucks! I yell while I'm in the bathtub.
You do notice that it floats during the entire bath.
I got a fucking floating ass sword for 2,000 goddamn gold. I say that under my breath.
Mhm, mhm.
But the other one I said fucking sucks. That was very loud, so everyone could hear it.
I can't believe I spent 200 gold on the crappy sword.
So it's a floaty. Does it like squeak too?
Yeah, I guess I'm downstairs now. Some time's passed. What?
So it floats, and so does it also squeak? Is it like inflatable? That'd be cool. Inflatable
No,
sword.
this thing is. I don't even get it. I'm going back to that shopkeeper and see what the hell he sold me.
I mean, did it come with a
Well-
manual? Usually things like that have a manual.
Yeah, well, let me open up the case. It came with a case, right?
Yes.
Is there anything else in there?
How to sword.
Let's see. It's a glass case with a crimson velvet cushion. You lift it up. No, it's just a case.
I try to look for like any kind of hidden doors in it or something.
Sure, you can give me an investigation check.
Shove the pointy end to the other guy. Instructions.
Oh,
Yeah, no, nothing.
okay. I'm going
So
to the
you-
shopkeeper.
So you first off, I should let you know it's probably about 5:30. Your date's in half an hour.
Wait, what?
You ain't
Yeah,
got
you
time
can't
for
go
that
back
shit.
to the shop. You got a date. You got a hot date.
God damn it!
Then
Choosing between a date and getting my money back. Damn you,
Okay.
cruel god!
Oh,
I
that
was
reminds
gonna
me.
get your money back
So
tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll
the
pay you
the
200
front
gold quick enough.
the front door to your bar opens up
Yeah,
as
200 gold.
Spark and Wash, the smiths from next door, come in carrying a pair of knuckles.
Oh, you got him.
Yeah, it took us all day, but here you go. And he hands you these knuckles, like they're roughly in the shape of your ones, the ones you have now with the little spikes on it.
Uh-huh.
But they're incredibly rough hewn. Like in order to make these things, they have to heat up iron, not smelt it, and just beat it into this rough shape.
I like
So
it.
yeah, it's very like it's not refined at all. It's not pretty at all. It just looks like almost like slag on your hands.
That's great. To get the job done. If I can punch those big dog things, they'll do great. I don't really care what they look like. Thank you so much. You guys are the best.
Hey, wait,
Yeah, no
you
problem,
guys!
man.
You make stuff. You make like weapons.
That we
Right?
do, yeah.
I'm gonna take my weapon to him. Hey, so I was sold this for a large amount of money, but this thing doesn't really seem to be doing anything special. Can you guys tell me what the hell this thing is supposed to be doing?
Spark will reach down, pick it up, and hold it up. He sort of does a couple of practice swings with it, and after a second or two, his eyes get really wide as he's sort of studying this thing, and you notice he starts like looking over in precise detail, and he's like, "Where did you get this?"
Pawn shop?
Pawn shop.
Yeah. Some guy sold it to me for a lot of money, for too much money.
200 gold, he said.
200
Two
Yeah.
200 gold.
Right, let's go with that.
You only paid 200 gold for this?
Yeah, around there.
To steal at that price, and he will bring it down, and he'll show you on the inside of the crossguard a little tiny mark on the inside. That maker's mark. That's my teacher's. He'll hand the sword back to you.
No way.
Mm-hmm. My instructor forged that sword.
So what's it do?
I have no idea.
How
But
do
he's
you
the
make
best
it work?
I also do not know.
I start looking at it. Does it have any other markings or runes or some shit?
As you start looking around at it, no, just that little maker's mark.
Does your maker? Does this guy? Does he like do have like you have to say like a magic word or something or?
He never taught me how to make magic weapons, so unfortunately, no. I wouldn't know.
Well, who would know?
Probably him.
Where's he?
His name's Taka. He lives up in Seaward.
Taka. Does he own a shop?
That he does.
Is
Small
he a
little place.
Taka? You know what I'm saying?
Actually, no, he doesn't like to Taka at all. I see what you did there.
Oh, that's so good. Wait, oh, he owns like a shop? I'm sorry, I didn't listen.
Yes, he has a shop.
Ah, of course.
Up on
yes.
Trollkill Street in Seaward.
What's it called?
It doesn't have a name.
Oh, a blank shop. What does he sell?
He makes weapons and armor.
Oh, okay.
He's the
That
best
makes
damn smith. He's one of the best damn smiths in the city.
Well, he might have retired. You know, he could have been like a fishing shop at that point.
I know. Trust me, smithing's his life.
So we should go see him.
Yeah, after my date. Hey, you guys want to help me on my date?
Definitely.
We do have these pins. We could talk to you.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that's a good idea. I was a little concerned.
Mhm.
I don't know, just so you know, Oz, I don't know if you've ever been on a date before, but it's usually a one-on-one affair. That's how these things kind of work out.
Well,
Oh,
to be honest, I
Unless it's a
haven't
double
been on a
date.
date.
Yeah, but that's
Or
kind of got
triple
to be
date.
arranged ahead of time. Like, you don't just show up with a partner. Like, hey, where's yours?
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. Jim.
That's why
we
the
could-
girls always look weird at me. Anyway,
Jim, we could go as the other double.
Oh, me and you, Oz, or Izo. Whoa.
But I didn't invite you guys, so maybe that's not a bad. That's the bad idea. Don't you think she'd be kind of weirded out?
Yeah,
So
but
I
we
didn't know
could
you felt
we could
that
just
way
be like,
about me.
oh, we ended up at the same place.
Well,
Let's put a couple of
hungry.
tables together. You know what I'm saying?
As long as we can talk her into financing us in the owlbear race.
I'm
That's the key to
hungry too,
everything.
Izo, believe me.
Okay, I have an idea. Okay, you guys stay in the peripheral, and you can talk to me using these things, these pin things. And then Jem and Izo, you guys go in as the double date that happened to be there, and we're friends. So of course we're gonna sit
Okay, yeah.
together.
Why don't we go now and we'll get there early, so then it's not.
great. I'm
There
real
we go.
hungry.
Yeah. Do you have any gold? I only have 2 silver.
I got
You
you,
should probably
buddy.
call in for a reservation.
Oh shit! I don't have any money either. Do you think she'll pay for it?
I mean, you
That's
should
not
just
a
offer
good
us
look,
the
man.
check.
You-
Not a good
You
look at
really
all.
shouldn't.
I mean, I would help, but all my gold turned into butterflies.
I can always leave a little
fuck
herb.
myself.
I love my game.
This is a disaster.
We're bad at holding on the button.
What are you talking about?
I'm in debt.
Oh my god, that was the best line. Here we go. Oh my god. Oh. Well.
Okay, well let's do this. Fuck it.
Let's go get some food.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
So we're all going together. Let's go. And we're off.
Okay. We'll cut to we'll cut to Laz. Lazarus, you've arrived at Wavier Manor. up in Seaward.
Okay, so
The butler will show you into Lord Wavier's second story office. He's behind this big oak desk. Lazarus, my boy, how can I help you?
just came to drop these off, and I'll set the personal correspondence and picture provided by that for Lord Moreau.
Okay, set it down on his desk. That was fast. Good work. He starts like thumbing through it. Very good. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Laz has a seat.
Can I get you a drink? Volstaff, get the man a drink. Right
I will
away,
not-
sir.
I will not say no to a drink. Thank you, sir.
So let's see. We've got the correspondence here. Picture. I believe he said there were. I believe he said there were other things. Did you find Lady Moreau's jewels?
According to my information, the jewels have already been pawned. I was not able to locate those.
According to your information. What sort of information? Where'd you get all this stuff from? I assume you caught the robber.
I am aware of the identity of the robber. Yes. I
Fantastic.
believe
So
it's-
where is the Blackguard now?
I believe it's in the best interest of the Lord that the identity of the robber of Lord Moreau, that the identity of the robber remain confidential.
Excuse me?
Laz is going to shift in his seat a moment.
Volstaff
And-
brings you your drink.
Laz is pretty sure that it's not a good look to take a drink of the drink right now, so
Mhm.
he's going to let it sit, set it down for a second. Lord Moreau is very concerned with rumor and appearances, and the circumstances behind this particular burglary don't make him look fantastic. So while I do know the identity of the thief, I believe that Lord Moreau, if he were to know the details, would agree that it's probably in his best interest that the resolution of this be kept quiet.
Roll me persuasion.
Can I do that like int based?
You can give me a persuasion roll.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Use your big boy voice.
Yep.
Oh boy.
He starts drumming his fingers on his desk. So you know the identity of this person. Have you? You seem to have a hand on this. That being said, if you know the identity of this perpetrator, it honestly, this sounds like something like Lord Moreau needs to hear.
That is true.
This is really a decision he should be making.
That yes, that is absolutely true. Sorry, I'm trying to think at the speed that my character does. And
Yeah, it's fine. Take your time.
That okay. So, that is true. This being the first case that I'm aware of for your new organization, I wanted to make sure that you were comfortable with me handling the delivery of that message myself. If you wanted to deliver it personally.
I feel no offense, Inspector, but I feel like it might be better if I handled.
That was something that was my thought as well. Moreau doesn't particularly care for me.
No, especially his wife.
Mm,
She's going to be, I feel, very upset.
yes, she will not be pleased by the news.
Well, hopefully, whoever the jewels were fenced to will be apprehended. I understand there's a crackdown on these sort of things going down. Heirloom jewelry like that should be easy to track. Either way. So, and he'll smack the table. So, tell me, what are the circumstances of this robbery? What do I tell Lord Moreau?
Tell Lord Moreau the circumstances of the robbery are adjacent to another situation that he has actively attempted to stop the investigation of. He'll know what that means.
You're talking about the other Moreau boy.
Yes.
So you're saying these two are connected in some way?
Yes, and that's as much information as I'm willing to release at this time without further.
Well, you understand what Lord Moreau... You understand the very first thing he's going to ask. It's who did this.
That
I can't go into his home, sir, and just tell him we found your correspondence and we know who did it, but I'm not going to tell you. It's not a good look, Lazarus.
I understand that completely, but I would return. I would return that with ask him who would have any interest whatsoever in the contents of the bottom of the locked drawer.
Give me a persuasion check.
That's not going to work out.
Thinks it over for a second. Oh, come off it, man. I need a name. You know, you saw how he is. He's not going to be in the mood for pussyfooting around or rhetorical games. I need a name. If he didn't want this sort of if he didn't want me knowing information about this, he wouldn't have contracted with us.
He was unwilling to release the full contents of what was stolen, so I
Wait.
feel
So
like it goes
are you telling me other
saying.
things were stolen that he didn't tell us about? What sort of things?
The personal item. Laz gestures to the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At this point, Laz is getting frustrated because he realizes that he's not communicating. So he's going to kind of in frustration, like not really checking what he's saying. He's going to lean in and say, I don't think that Lord Moreau wants it to get out that one son is missing and the other broke into his own home.
Wavier stops with it, he's about to drink something and then stops. Ah, I see. He takes a sip, sets the glass down. Well, this is... He'll tap the correspondence. this is what I believe what he was primarily concerned about. We have the personal effects. The jewelry hopefully can be recovered.
And we know that it was not the of another rival family.
This is true. This is true. I'm sure that will be of a great relief to him. Well, and he'll check his watch. All within 24 hours. I'd say that's exemplary work, sir.
Thank you. Laz will finally take a drink.
We'll cut back to you guys. So let's see. I believe the place in question was in Trade Ward. We cut to what was its name? Hang on, I have it in my notes here. The
Dolphin.
Dolphin Diner.
Dolphin?
Okay, Dolphin Diner. So I'm going to assume that. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take some liberties with this. As you arrive at this place, Vivi, don't you speak English? Elvish.
Naturally.
Naturally. Okay, so the name of this place is actually like this incredibly long, complex Elven word that roughly translates into like the sacred eating grounds of holy dolphins or something like that. But people just call it the Dolphin Diner for. It doesn't really translate that well into common, so. But people just sort of refer to it locally as the Dolphin Diner.
It's kind of like Buca di Beppo, you know?
Yeah,
Joe's
sure.
Hole.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, this is a fancy place.
Right. Oh yeah, this is a very nice place. As you head in, Jim and Izo have already got a table, and the idea is that you and King are just gonna sort of like hang out in the background, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
with the little,
Maybe like watch from the windows. I don't know.
Yeah, we have the earpieces.
Right, yeah. Okay. So, with the two of you, so with Vivi and King on outside, Oz, you head on inside. You can see Jim and Izo at one table, and you see seated at a table by herself as she waves over at you is Kaylani Wavesilver.
My heart flutters. What does she look like this evening?
Let's see. She's probably wearing, let's go with a red evening gown and like the sort of high collar kind of thing. Has a sort of blue rose pin. And let's go with white gloves that go almost up to her elbow, made of silk, that she currently has like draped over the back of her chair.
Nice. Now you said that the tables are are they far apart?
I'm gonna say let's take a look here. I'm gonna roll
not
d20.
far apart.
But yeah, if you don't want them far apart, we'll say they're not.
I say we want to be really close so that we can put the tables together.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you come in, like she waves over at you, but you can see she's been talking with Jim and Izo because Jim and Kaylani actually know each other. But when she sees you, Oz, Mr. Blueblood, I do declare, have a seat, sir.
Oh, yes, of course. How long have you been here? Am I late?
No, just fashionably late. I've only been here a minute or two.
Oh, of course, yes. Oh, let me sit down.
Oh, this is your date. Lovely. Oz is a good friend of mine.
Oh, that's right. I forget. You know Lord Moreau here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
He was keeping me entertained while I waited.
We go way back. I've known him in a lot of alleyways.
Yes.
She thinks about that for a second and then just sort of pushes past it.
I love the way you just said that. That was beautiful. That was very good.
Jim and I met in an alleyway.
I meet a lot of folk in alleyways. It's kind of my style.
Where'd you two meet? What a coinkydink that we all met here at the same place at the same time. Wow.
Well, Izo was taking me out to a nice dinner. He recently confessed his romantic interest in me, and
Congratulations.
Is that
Yep.
true?
I go and I kind of pinch his cheek and give him a wink.
Izo like blushes like profusely.
Well, we are just 4 peas in a pod here. 2 members of the Waterdavian upper class, and 2 goblinoids from, I presume, Goblin Town, all out for a pleasant evening.
Yes, what a beautiful evening it is. Hey, King, I'm fucking dying over here. Help me.
Yeah, but like, can we hear anything? Or wait, do they like keep their pins on? Does it work that way? I don't know how it works. That we can hear everything going on from outside.
Let's take a look here.
I'll relay the information via my mind or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, well, here's the thing. You have to actually say it aloud. They're walkie-talkies.
Oh.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna work. I'm screwed.
Oh no! This could still work. It's just gonna be like even better, sort of rom-com shenanigans. Just like when you say that, you actually have to like dip under the table. King, I'm fucking dying here.
Did you mention the owlbear race yet? Over.
Okay, give me a second. I'm getting some good music for this.
Okay.
Here, let's see if this
Is it Hank?
Well, Kaylani,
Yeah,
it's a good
can you say?
thing we're above such petty judgments of folk like this. I'm glad to see you of the same mindset of me.
Oh, of course. I wouldn't. I don't see in things like that. Everybody's a child of Sunni in my eyes.
Beautiful. Beautiful perspective.
And of course, and she sort of looks at Oz and gives him a clever little smile. She just goes, "I want to thank him for risking his life the other night.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
I appreciate a man. I appreciate a man with confidence, competence, and an excellent fashion taste."
Well, thank you.
Indeed.
Waiter! Yo, for waiter.
Yes,
We would like to order our drinks for tonight.
I see. And what can I get for you tonight, sir?
Your most the least expensive. Can we get a bottle of wine?
Medium expensive.
He looks at you.
I take a look at my pocket. 59 silver.
Yeah. Are you trying to like sort of
2
pass
waters,
off?
please.
Are you like? Do you just order water, or you want drinks?
I'll order some wine.
Okay.
Water, no lemon.
He'll
Holy fuck.
he'll look at you and are you trying to like convey in any way, just like bring sort of like the okay stuff, or you're or what, or are you just telling him like literally just bring me wine?
In any way I can, I'm gonna tell him to bring the worst shit he's got. Just
Okay.
whatever, the cheapest, most inexpensive wine he has.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to roll me a charisma check. Add your proficiency bonus if you're proficient in stealth.
Well, I'm proficient in stealth, so charisma.
A charisma-based stealth check.
So that'd be plus 3, right?
Plus 3.
Or you said proficiency, yeah, plus 3. So that'd be 13.
Okay, so he looks at you, gives you a slight nod, right away, sir. Darts off.
So how was your life growing up in here in Waterdeep?
Oh, well, it was obviously a privileged and enchanted sort of a childhood.
Where'd you grow up?
Part of my childhood was here in Waterdeep, although my parents traveled a lot often when I was younger. Moonshade Isles, Neverwinter, things like that.
Oh. I heard it's never cold there.
It is unfortunately poorly named.
Oh. Guys, I'm struggling here. Give me something to say.
Ask her if she saw the owlbear race that you won.
Oh, that's a good one.
Tell her how good you won, and also that I was there and you were there with me.
So have you did you see that owl bear race that I won?
You won an owlbear race?
We did. You know the primaries or whatever it is before you have to get in?
Right. Yeah, that was just a few days ago.
Yeah. I was in that, and our team won. Jem was
Oh.
there, right, Jem?
Yep. Oh yeah, I was there. Sorry, I'm just stuffing my face with
And
delicious
Izo.
food here.
Izo was there as well.
Yep, these salads are great.
I did not know that the three of you are interested in owlbear racing.
Wait a
Yes,
sec-
we won the qualifier quite handedly.
Yeah. See?
Pretty handy with a cart.
Fantastic. Well,
Wait,
that
don't
is
you
just-
have something to do with owl bears or something?
I was just about to say I actually have an owlbear myself.
No way! We're looking for a sponsor at this time, I think.
I mean, we have a couple offers.
Really? Well, maybe you'd be interested in using my owlbear.
Oh.
I mean, Oz, we had some good offers, but if you really like this woman, maybe we could do it, as a favor.
What are we talking about a split here? Because didn't we talk I don't know.
Yeah, you talked to Badger, and he's willing to split the winnings with you 50-50.
You know, we had a guy who was saying like 20-80 with us. So
Oh
do you
well,
think?
I'm not incredibly worried about money. You know,
oh,
money isn't really a thing that I need anymore.
no, that makes sense. So
Yeah,
like
you're more about the renown.
so like
uh,
90-10 then?
I'm think well, exactly, Mr. Moreau, renown, and really, I just want my little Duchess to have a good time. Honestly, if I just recoup my entry fee, I'd let you keep the other 10,000,
Yeah.
provided, of course, my little Duchess isn't hurt in all of this.
Oh,
So-
of course.
So, yes, maybe 5,000 to recoup my losses and any damages that my precious little Duchess Anastasia incurs during all of this.
Where's my frog?
That's a good question. Where is your frog?
He's with the gang outside.
Okay, makes sense.
We would never hurt an animal.
Oh well, the owlbear race is horribly dangerous. I've known some owlbears to get severely hurt, and my Grand Duchess Anastasia is delicate.
I would never let that happen.
Well, I appreciate that.
I would treat her like my own Sybil. And nobody hurts Sybil.
What the fuck is a Sybil?
You know, my donkey. Well, I guess
Oh.
my uncle's donkey.
Oh yeah, that's right. That ass was fucking long gone. That one night, remember that night?
No, she's okay.
That was good times.
She's a smart girl. She made it home.
Not Oz. King and Vivi, roll me perception checks.
Oh, hi.
Boy.
Okay. Vivi, you notice coming down the street are a trio of goblins. You recognize I think you recognize one or two of them. One of them he has sort of dark-colored skin and these beady red eyes, and he's looking around. He's like looking at every goblin that he passes. You can see he's definitely moving with purpose. He's being escorted by Tuck, Oz's cousin, and what was his? What's the other one's name? Nope, those are magic items. I think it's Dobbs. Yes, Dobbs. So, Dobbs.
Oh my god.
This guy. And this guy.
I was like,
Oh,
hate
he
to
looks
say,
friendly.
but you got
Mhm.
one ugly family.
We saved Tuck before. Tuck should know us, technically.
Yeah.
I've seen eel before too, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
But you can see them coming down the street. The middle one there, Eel, is definitely like looking around for somebody.
Hey,
Come on, seal the deal. Seal the deal.
Hey, King,
What are you trying to say?
I don't
I'm
know if
waiting
this is
for
a problem
Oz
or not.
to get back to us. I need to tell him what to say.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't know if it's a problem or not, but I think that's his family over there. Do you think he'd want his family to come in?
I have no idea.
The worst two outside.
Let's ask
Okay.
him. Ask him if it's okay if Tuck, that's little Tuck, I'm pretty sure. If Tuck is gonna be around.
If Doug's gonna be around, what?
He's got his family coming. Just say that. His family's here.
Oz, can you hear me?
I'm like shutting him up. So,
Oz, that's not me. It's
Do
not
you
about
like-
avarice.
do you like have you ever walked across the beaches of this this lovely town?
I've taken walks on the beaches before. It's a little out of season for right now. It's rather chilly out tonight.
Yeah, you know, it is a little chilly out tonight, but maybe one of these nights we could do a little walk on the beach.
Oz, take your little
I'm
green
not
Ignore you. He's
against
totally
the
fucking
idea.
ignore you.
Maybe after
I'll-
I win the owlbear race, we can go for a walk.
Oz, you are short and green.
That
and ugly. Listen to
would
me.
that would be very. I think we could arrange something like that.
I think we could as well. Yes, that sounds like a lovely idea.
Your wine, sir. He sets the bottle down.
What's it
What
look
would you like to order?
Ladies first, of course.
She'll look over at the menu. She'll order something with lobster, and a few, she'll order like three, like sort of this very expensive sounding dish, something with duck.
I'm gonna look at like the lowest cost thing on. Yeah, let's make it a Mr. Bean skit. I want the like the one that's just like the meat patty, and it's like raw. You know what I'm talking
Spam.
about?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So,
order that.
Oz, give me another one of those charisma checks using stealth to sort of like convey, bring me something, cheap.
Charisma plus stealth, you said? So
Yeah.
7.
Oh God.
I don't know what that means.
He looks at you. Understood, sir. Head in the back.
Excuse me, Garkin.
It is a garçon, sir, but how may I help you?
Can I? Everything has been lovely so far. Can I also get a dozen soft-boiled eggs to go?
He looks at you. I'm afraid we do not do takeout or soft-boiled eggs.
Well, then can I? I'll just have them here. I can put them in my pot. I can bundle them up myself.
Please order something on menu, sir.
We've already ordered. I just wanted this in addition to my order.
I will ask the cook if we have. Wait, how many do you need?
A dozen, please.
A dozen.
They could
I
be
will-
like duck eggs if that's all you got.
I will ask the chef if we have a dozen eggs that can be spared for this.
I would
Yeah,
say
yeah.
if they're like quail eggs, let's do 2 dozen. Those are really small.
That's yeah. And if he can't get them nice and where like the yolk's nice and jammy, not too hard.
Oz, I
He,
swear
sta-
to
it's
God.
okay.
he
I'm
stares
not
at you, blinks a couple of times.
So they know what a
Turns around.
soft boil is. This is a fancy establishment.
Oh, thank you, Jim.
I got you.
So the 3 goblins have gotten to the restaurant.
What? What do you want?
Screw this, and I'm just gonna cast message at him,
What? Okay.
and I'm gonna speak into his mind. Tuck and your beady-eyed cousin or uncle ever are heading towards the restaurant. Is that a problem?
What the hell? Why didn't you tell me before? I say back to him.
What do you want me to do about it?
I'm honestly surprised they didn't talk to us first. Me and King stick out like a sore thumb.
You really?
Oh, they're approaching you. They've spotted you and they're heading this way.
Oh, they're heading to
Tuck
us.
has
Not, I
noticed
thought
that
you
he's,
said
like,
they're going
running towards
inside
you.
already. Oh.
Oh no! They've gotten to the restaurant. They've not noticed you guys.
Oh.
Don't tell him I'm here. Don't ruin
just
my
act
date.
like, just don't talk to them until they come to us. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Well, hi guys. Tuck comes running up.
Oh, hello! Fancy seeing you in this part of town.
Hey,
You're the-
Tuck, right?
Yeah. How's it
Hey,
going?
Good. You're looking good, Tuck.
Thanks.
I love your little cape. You look great. You look great, Tuck.
Nip says it makes me look stupid. I like it though.
Oh, it doesn't make it look stupid at
Don't-
all. You
don't
look
listen
elegant.
to him.
You look cultured.
The red-eyed goblin sort of walks up. Do you know these people, Tuck? Oh yeah, they were with Oz the other night. They're Oz's friends, right, guys?
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah. He's awesome. He's a cool guy.
Dobbs in the background goes, I love Oz too!
Yeah, see?
He's a really good guy. In fact, that's why we're doing a favor for him right now. We're scoping out this restaurant to try and see how we can beat them in the competition. We opened that bar recently.
Oh, yeah.
Eel sort of stares at you. You're scoping out the restaurant.
Yeah, to see what kind of drinks they serve, what kind of food they serve. See what what we're competing against in the bar restaurant market.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Oh, that we intend to franchise this baby. We're gonna have king's palaces all over the different wards.
I assume you're looking to take on one of the four saints, then. Either way, I have a question. Have you seen my nephew?
Not since yesterday.
Yeah, we mean... No.
I tried to get him to go on one of my, little expeditions, scoping places out yesterday, but he was, really, insisted he had to do some important family business. He's so family oriented, I swear.
All the time.
Roll me a deception check there, King.
Absolutely.
I'm just like nodding with everything King says, really like,
Let's see. Eel adds 7. Okay. So, he looks at you, sort of glares at you, King. Did he now? What sort of family business?
Oh, I tried to find out. I'm, little nosy, I admit, and he would just not tell me. He said it's important to keep secrets, especially for his family. Honestly, it's pretty commendable of him, I would say.
Yeah, understandable.
And then you just hear, sort of booming over the roar of the street outside, "Hi, Oz!" As you see Dobbs is like up against the window, like face pressed against it. He just starts slapping it. Ozzy!
What? He's here? Wait, you see him? Where is he?
Where? What? Is he in the restaurant?
Is he in the restaurant, Dobbs? Yeah, I see him right there.
Can I hear any of this?
Oh yeah, you can totally hear all of Dobbs yelling.
Excuse me. I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Oz, who's that? Who are those goblins out there?
Don't know him. Don't know him
Huh.
at all. I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the restroom.
What the
Okay, you
heck?
go to the
Oz was
restaurant.
supposed to go to the other restaurant. We were supposed to split up. Oh my gosh. What?
Is
What
there
a
a window?
Roll me a d20.
Okay.
There is a window. It is sealed shut. It's also very narrow, and it's up high.
Can I break it?
You could certainly try.
What when you say sealed shut, what do you mean?
Like, I mean, like the window itself doesn't open. It's just a pane of glass.
Yeah, it's like not an operable window.
Yeah, it's not an operable window.
So I could break it.
In theory, yes. Vivi and King, Eel is just sort of like he gives you guys a stink eye and then pushes his way into the restaurant.
Must have sat down while we're talking to you guys. When did he get here?
I'm breaking the window.
Give me an attack roll. Wait, do you have weapons on you?
Yeah,
Probably-
I brought everything.
Okay, so yeah, you can try and break the window.
I think I'm gonna go unarmed. I'll use this new fancy.
On a
Think I'm rolling naked?
Bro, got a sword. Give me one.
Yep. Yeah. So you chuck something into the window, you can break it.
Oh.
Yep.
Sure.
And now, if you want to try and get up there and squeeze your way out, give me an athletics check. So you take a running jump, try to climb up there and scramble out, and like you get your one arm out, and then you feel somebody grab you by the foot and drag you back down in. Hi, Oz! As Dobbs gives you a big hug.
God damn it!
Happy family are we?
Yeah, so happy.
We'll cut back to Laz. So, Laz, after you wrap up with Moreau,
Yep.
any place in particular you're heading?
Yeah, I'm heading back to Southward.
So, as you start making your way to Southward, you start winding your way through some of the streets. Seaward is a little busy tonight. You can see that the Lamplighters Guild is out, and they are going from lamppost to lamppost, and they are taking out candles and like placing new ones in there.
Mm-hmm.
And the lampposts in Seaward are enchanted so that when the candles are lit, they give off colors, like various colors and stuff like that, that will change slowly over the course of the evening. So right now they're casting beautiful shades of orange and purple through the streets. Let's see. Hang on, let me check something here. Yeah, okay. And as you're going along, you at one point notice, like, you're walking in between two buildings, and you notice a shadow sort of like whooshes overhead.
Overhead, like it's flying, or
Roll me a perception. Okay, so yeah, as you're walking between these buildings, what you see a shadow sort of race across you, and what you see is like up, like you can catch the image of somebody jumping from across the alleyway that you're walking through, jumping from rooftop to rooftop.
I'll start heading in the direction.
Okay. So you follow the person, the shape up on those roofs for a while until they get to a alleyway, or not even an alleyway. It's more like a courtyard, sandwiched between several buildings, and you watch as they drop down to ground level using a couple of fire escapes and stuff like that. It is a woman, cloaked or clad in black, like a black cloak, black hood, and dark-colored clothing. I believe I have a handout for her. Criminals. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this lady. She drops down. You can see she has a satchel around her, around her neck, and she's got a rapier on her hip. And she creeps over to the back door of what looks to be some sort of shop, and you can see she pulls out a set of thieves' tools and starts working the lock.
I'm gonna try to sneak up behind her.
Okay,
Or
give me
sneak
a
up to
stealth.
her.
Yeah, give me a stealth check. 24. Yeah, you can start creeping up. You get about 20 feet from her.
Is that close enough to? Is that close enough for me to throw my the little
Bands?
ball that I? Yeah. The
I
bands.
believe so. I think so.
Okay.
Lazarus, Iron Band. 1 pound. Yeah, within 60 feet.
Okay. I assume I have to make an attack roll.
Let's see. Let's see. Use an action. Make a ranged attack roll. Yeah.
Range.
Dexterity modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll my rapier, but just know that it's the bands. Yeah. Boom.
Okay. And this is against her armor class, I believe.
Yeah.
Hang on, give me a second here. I don't think that hits, but I'm not sure. No, she jumped like you knock your ball, throw it, speak the command word, and as the bands open up, you see she notices out of the corner of her eye and jumps out of the way at the last second.
All right. Then I will draw my rapier, and I'll say, halt, stop, don't break into that building.
She'll
Halt, criminal scum!
Yeah.
she'll fold her arms in front of her, like across her chest. She'll raise an eyebrow. It's my shop.
You have to break into your own shop.
Lost the key.
Mm. What's the name of the shop?
Are you asking me or are you asking her?
I'm asking you.
Asking you or asking me? You don't know because you can't see you're behind the entrance, or you're on the back side of the shop.
Okay. Actually, yeah. Okay. Now I'll ask. What's the name of the shop?
She looks at you for a second. Sphinx's Eye Jewelry.
She's probably been casing the place for a while if she's going to rob it, so that doesn't actually tell me anything. Okay, never mind. Ignore me.
God damn it!
I'll roll an insight check just in case.
Yeah. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah. Oh no, she's lying. You can tell she's fucking lying.
Yeah. All right. Look. If this is your shop, then I'm a Masked Lord of Waterdeep. Come on.
She'll do a little flourish with her hand and take a deep bow. My lord.
Also, do you make it a habit to assault nobles in random alleys by any chance?
She's still like bowed really low, and she looks up. She doesn't get down, or she doesn't like stand back up, or anything like that. But she looks at you, gives you a wry smile. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
What is your what are you wearing? What are you dressed like? Are you wearing your uniform? That's my question.
I'm probably not wearing my watch uniform anymore. I'm probably wearing all black, to be perfect.
Okay, so she looks at you. You're at the party, right?
Do I remember?
She writes herself up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
Thinking back, do I remember her from the party?
You're not sure which party she's talking about, but you have a feeling She's talking about the Roaring Horn party. In which case, everybody there was wearing masks.
I would would I recognize her voice?
Good question. No. Although, with your insight check, you have a feeling she's she's modulating her voice. She's speaking a little. You get the impression she's speaking a little deeper than normal.
She's getting her Batman on. Okay, got it.
A little bit.
You have a list of all the masks that were there?
I do. I don't have it available for you though. I'll get that to you. But she'll look at you. Did Roaring Horn send you?
Believe me, I'm not working for anymore.
Well, then you won't mind if I just... She'll reach over and slowly open the door to the shop. She'll just, like, knock it open with one hand. See, it creaks open. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go back to my shop.
See, that's a problem. As well, Roaring Horn did not send me. I do mind. And I think at this point, I'll actually show her my gray hand.
Okay.
Pull
She'll
up my repel.
You'll show her the badge, and she gives it like a low whistle. Didn't know the gray hand's so interested in me now. I don't know whether I should be honored.
You hear things.
Well, then, I guess I'll just be on my way then. She'll take a couple steps back, start whistling. Keep whistling as she keeps walking backwards.
How close am I to where my bands landed?
They would have landed next to her, so 20 feet away.
Yeah. 20 feet?
Mm-hmm.
I'll move forward at the same pace that she's moving.
Mm-hmm.
And...
You know, you asked if I'm in the habit of jumping lords and alleyways. And it's true, I sort of am. But I'm also a really big enthusiast in giving stupid lawman the slip, and she throws something at you and starts bolting. Give me a dexterity save.
All right. Let's see here. Got it up on the other screen. Genius. That's gonna be a big old negatory.
Okay. She throws a little black sphere at you. It smashes into your face, and you suddenly are blinded and choking from coughing as Pepper just sort of like blasts you in the face, and your shifter senses actually kind of make it worse. You just start coughing and hacking. By the time you sort of like rub the tears out of your eyes, you can see she's up on the roof of a building, looks back down at you, gives you a wink, and starts running.
From where I am, there's no way for me to catch up to her.
That's up to you. I mean, you could certainly give it a try.
Okay.
Although she got up to that roof really fast now that you think about it.
Bark.
Yeah.
Bark at her and chase her.
Well, I'm already doing that bark that dogs do. So Laz will sweep up his bands, and he will try to give chase.
Okay. So we'll cut back to the rest of you. So, Oz, you're pulled back into the restaurant bathroom. Dobbs is giving you a big hug, and Eel is leaning against the back wall, arms folded. Nephew.
What's up, Uncle? What a weird place meeting you here, of all places.
I was thinking the same thing. Especially
In the
since...
men's bathroom of the
You
Dolphin
haven't-
Diner.
Yeah, especially since you should be somewhere else, shouldn't you?
Well, I mean, did we have an exact time for that?
No, but when were you going to make time for it? Sun's down?
After this.
Really?
Yes, really. I actually did do some reconnaissances. You know what I mean. And I was gonna be back there after this.
I love
little
ricotta
dinner date.
cheese!
Go with that. I did some spying. I actually did learn some stuff. And I was gonna relay that. I was having a lovely dinner date. When it was rudely interrupted, by the way.
He'll tap his foot. Give me a persuasion check, Oz. Okay. He'll walk up to you and stab his finger into your chest.
What the hell was that for?
Listen, my brother's waiting for your report. So I'm gonna cut you some slack. Tell me what you know, and I'll take it back to him.
I'm gonna talk to him myself.
And we don't have to see your stupid, incompetent face around the house.
Ouch. That hurt my ego more than my stomach.
But did it hurt as much as Tort hurt?
Okay. Okay, dude. You were always the worst, Uncle. Whisper under my breath. I'm gonna tell him myself.
Dobbs is over, like in one of the stalls, and he's like pulling off rolls of toilet paper.
I'll tell him myself.
He squints at you. If you don't have her by midnight, I'm going to come for it. I'm going to come for you. You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Like he'll flash one of his daggers that you can see is made of this like dark smoky glass. The entire thing, it's like one solid piece of this smoky glass. Sheathes it back. Don't fuck it up. Starts to walk out. Again. Come on, Dobbs.
God damn it.
This was fun. We should do this more often. Bye, Oz.
Bye.
Meanwhile, out front, Tuck has just been talking constantly to Vivi and King.
Oh, really? Yes, that's fantastic. That's nice. Great.
I'm being like very enthusiastic back with him. Like, oh, yeah,
you
no,
see-
totally.
That's what I said. Then you see Eel just like kicks open the front door, quickly followed by Dobbs. Tuck, we're going.
Oh, you found him. Was he okay?
Oh, so soon?
He's okay for now. And he'll start marching off.
Cool, yeah. Well, nice talking to you, Tuck. I'll see you again.
Yeah, thanks, guys. This was fun. Listen, if you see Oz, tell him I said hi. Also, if you see Steve, let him know I say hi too.
Yeah,
He goes
I
running
will
off.
do. I'll tell Steve. I'll tell Oz too. Yeah, no worries.
Mhm. Oz, you're in the bathroom. Head back.
God damn it, I don't know what I want to do. I don't want to pay for this thing. I was hoping you'd kidnap me. Probably Zaz too, to be honest, but. I reluctantly go back. Oh,
Mr.
where
Blueblood.
were we?
Mr. Blueblood, you
Yes.
just missed the strangest thing. These two goblins came bursting in here, causing a great commotion.
It's weird how this world works. Some of these goblins just put a bad name on the rest of us.
Well, you know, I think that there's just, I don't know. I feel like they need more stimulation in their lives, something to occupy the time. You see all these stories of goblin on goblin violence, and it's just so tragic.
You know, maybe you're right. What do I know?
The food has been sitting out. You can tell for a few minutes now.
You know,
So,
for some
I-
reason I'm not hungry anymore.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Is everything all right?
Not really.
Oh, I'm a terrible bore, aren't I?
No, you've been lovely tonight. Okay, truth time. Those people, those were my family.
I see.
And
I-
we just had a talk. It's really complicated. And my uncle, he's kind of a big hotshot, right? He asked me to do a favor, and I actually owe him one real bad. So I think I'm gonna have to dip out a little early on this.
Oh, that's a shame. Pooh, I don't have anybody to go to the museum with me for now.
Well, I look at Jem and Iza.
I've never been to a museum before.
Hell, I'm down to keep this party going.
She looks over at the two of them. Oh, I don't want to be a third wheel. And she'll like lean over to you, Oz, and whisper into your ear, between you and me, I see real potential in this. In that relationship over there. I could see love blossoming between them.
I've seen it more than once. It's definitely gonna be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Jizo is what they're saying in some circles.
Jizo.
I've also heard Zem? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Maybe
I like Jizo better.
Maybe Ezyme.
Hey, Jim,
Ezyme.
do you think he's gonna bring those eggs, or do you think that's a lost cause?
I think we should ask one more time. Let's just make sure.
The Garçon comes back. I'm sorry, sir. We do not have a dozen eggs to soft boil for you.
Okay.
We'll
Thank
get some
you.
on the way home. It's all right.
No, it's okay. I still got six from earlier. It just doesn't hurt if I'm in a place where they're serving food, I get some for the road. You never know when you're gonna get hungry, and you're gonna be in a place where you can't get them, and soft-boiled eggs travel real well.
Can never have too many boiled eggs. Yes, I agree.
You know the old the old bit where they're like emptying out pockets and the guy's got a billion weapons in all these pockets. It's gonna be the same thing with Izo, but it's eggs. Just a bunch of eggs.
Well, it's been a lovely night. Catch you later. I'm gonna get the fuck out of there.
Maybe we can do this some other time.
Yes, soon. As I'm running out.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna pay that bill. I guess I'll meet King and Vivi.
Wait, Oz, where are you going?
Yeah, how'd it go? What lie did you tell your uncle or whoever they were?
Yeah. Give
Or
us
what
the
lie did you tell
details.
Kalani? I mean,
Well, actually,
the truth, right?
I'm actually gonna go over to my uncle and tell him what I saw that one night.
Oh, okay. But more importantly, did you cinch the owlbear?
Yeah, the owlbear, it's been cinched. It is cinched. It is a good deal.
Yes, we're gonna be rich.
Hell
We
yeah! Like
just
high
gotta
five
make
King.
we just gotta make sure no harm comes to the owlbear.
And if it does, we can get a new one.
Wait, did you leave the
Hmm.
restaurant?
No, we probably shouldn't do that. I'm assuming Izo and Jem have like left.
I have a feeling they're probably
I thought they were still
talking
in
through
there.
their pins.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume
Oh.
pins.
No, they're still
Yeah,
in
I'm
there.
talking to you guys through the pins. I'm still enjoying my dinner.
Okay.
Are you hearing us? Are we saying this through the pin?
Actually, I don't know. Either way,
No.
doesn't matter.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll be talking to my friend.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go see my uncle. Probably should do this alone, but I feel like that's a terrible idea at the same time.
Are Jem and Izos, they're still gonna have dinner?
I don't know what they're doing. What are you guys doing over there?
Going to a museum. We're going to a museum after.
Oh yeah, I've never been to a
Kalani's just like
museum before.
looking at them, like just us talking to each other, and fucking pins.
We're like not trying to hide it.
She
At all.
looks over there and she like sees you guys sort of like whispering something, and she just assumes that, oh, look at him, they're whispering sweet nothings at him.
Perfect.
Wait, they're going to the museum? Didn't the papers say that they just got a new Mastika exhibit? Is today the 20th, or
Yes.
there's a museum in Galatas? Oh! I read the newspaper this morning, and there's a gala to celebrate the new Mastika exhibit. Oz and Vivi, you
Ooh.
guys do your thing. I'm gonna go in there, and I'm just gonna stroll into the restaurant and sit where I am. Sit down where Oz is sitting.
Actually, this is the
Jim!
the strangest date I've ever been on.
I didn't know you guys were here. Oh, Kayla, fantastic to see you. So I saw Oz walking. I figured I'd, pop in for a quick.
Oh, King, hello.
Do you? Do you?
I'm
wanna go
sorry,
to
you
the
are.
Oh, don't. Real funny. I enjoy your jokes as always. Of course, you recognize me. I'm King. I'm associate of Oz, and the owner of the King's Palace. I'm sure you know.
Oh, right, my mistake. Sorry.
Winner of the Owlbear Preliminary, along with Oz and all.
Oh, I see. So you're understood. Okay.
So what was he having? I just start drinking the wine glass he left.
Yeah, you drink you take a sip of the wine, and it just tastes so boring to you, King.
Oh, I think it's awesome, but that's right.
Got really nice food though. It looks kind of expensive. You start tucking in.
Pate. I wouldn't expect him to order that. But take a
Filled that roll.
So here you guys are going to a museum.
Yeah, apparently they got a new Mastika exhibit.
I saw that in the paper as well, and I just figured that'd be a great night to check it out. I heard there's a gala.
That is correct.
Ooh, a gala. I'll have to. Oh, Jim, we gotta go back to the bar. I didn't bring my fancy coat.
Oh yeah, that's all right. We'll go get our fancy clothes, definitely.
Well, why don't
Yeah.
you two go do that, and we'll finish. I'll finish up my dinner here with She looks over at King, Mr. King, and
Oh,
we'll
yes.
meet you at the museum.
Oh yes, I was. Well, actually, I gotta put on my good robes. I'll be going to, and I just grab it's on a plate and just kind of take it with me in my hand.
We,
and walk out
we
with
all
it.
just walk out without paying the bill.
Wait, I was actually gonna pay.
We'll see you at the museum,
All
Kalani. It'll be a treat.
So the bill comes for Izo and Jim. Izo, are you still at the table?
Yes.
Okay. He hands you the bill. You open it up. 67 gold.
Oh my god. And no, wait. This isn't with the eggs, is it? Those eggs
no.
don't come.
No.
Jim, is this right? Is this what you guys normally spend on food? I haven't spent this much food on food in a week.
Oh yes, oof. Yeah, this is a fancy place. Okay,
Yikes!
but
All right.
yeah, probably good we didn't get eggs.
Oh God, I would hate to think what they charge for the eggs. How much you say again, Josh?
It's 67.
All right, I'm paying it.
Okay.
Well, you're a kind soul. I wish I could help, but my pockets are empty.
It's okay, Jim.
I have 27 silver. I'd be happy to throw down that, if you'd like it.
Jim, next time you get the eggs.
Okay. A dozen. Yes, a dozen soft-boiled eggs coming your way, big boy.
Yeah. All right. Now let's go get fancy.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So you guys go get fancy, and let's take a quick 5-minute break.
Good idea.
All right.
That was fun.
This is fun.
A lot of fun.
I wasn't expecting on going on a date tonight.
Yeah, I know. Wow.
Oz going to climb out the window. Fantastic.
Oh my God, yeah.
Fucking fail.
I was tempted to leave my bag of golden butterflies as like the payment, but I figured I could use that more fun somewhere else.
You already got a good joke out of it.
Yeah.
I like my music.
Yeah.
This music.
Yeah, you did good with
Yeah.
the music.
Yeah, pretty good.
And the battle music. I like this song. I'm gonna use this more often. I need more video game like battle music. You guys have any fun games that you played recently?
I just got a Switch, so I'm basically catching up games that people have started playing a year ago.
It's okay.
Nice. Have you played Hollow Knight yet?
Yes, I just downloaded Hollow Knight a couple
love that
days
game.
ago, and I've started playing it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that
Suck
game is
at it.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm terrible. I'm bad at that game too, but that's the point, kind of.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's one of the best like kind of Metroidvania games I've played in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah. I enjoy it a lot. And I've been playing that and Breath of the Wild, and then
Oh, hell yeah.
just a plain old Mario game, because you can't go wrong with Mario.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Only thing I've been playing lately is Teamfight Tactics because a new set for that came out, and eternally going to Divinity Original Sin 2's character creator and starting a character, and then changing my mind later and starting over again, over and over again.
You've described my experience with every game with an in-depth character creator.
Yeah.
Like I hear so many great things about Divinity Original Sin 2, but I can't get past like a few hours into that first little city place just because every time I start to, I was like, oh, I wish I'd done this for my main character, or I wish I picked these companions and I'll just start over.
That's me with like every Pokemon game, dude. I swear I can never get past anything because I just want to play with like every Pokemon and evolve them.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah, I've got the awful like decision anxiety when it comes to games like that. Like I want to have like the perfect team or the perfect character, and it's like I want to have the ideal first run through, and that keeps me from ever actually having that first run through because it keeps starting over and making something
Yeah.
different.
Yep. Exactly.
The
That is. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's what I like about games like Hollow Knight or like Dark Souls, where you kind of like build your character as you go.
Exactly. Like I like a lot of like detail and character customization stuff, but having kind of spread out a bit more is good.
Yeah.
Having it all front loaded just basically want to my fear of fucking up my character is too great for having it all be front loaded. Like
Uh-huh.
I've never played Hollow Knight. It sounds fun.
it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Is it a lot of money?
Nah, I got it.
No, it's
I got it on sale for like $7 last year,
Yeah.
I think.
It's available on the Switch, on the Nintendo eStore for like 15 right now.
yeah. I think that's what I got it for. It was around 15.
Like, you ever play like a Super Metroid or Castlevania Symphony of the Night or anything like that?
Yeah, I've played those a long time ago.
Yeah, it's just like those kind of games. It's great.
It's a 2D platformer?
Yeah.
Yep.
2D platformer with a really big interconnected map, and your main like progression is getting new kind of movement skills that let you kind of explore different parts of the map. Lots of backtracking, lots of exploration. Really good.
Metroidvania.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the like the kind of vibe of the story and the world and everything is super interesting.
Oh yeah, I love the whole like clean looking bug people kind of aesthetic. Is
Yeah,
like everything in that game looks great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what
it's
game are we
just
talking about?
fantastic.
I'm back.
Hollow
by the way.
Knight.
Oh yeah, that game looks dope.
It is.
No.
Well, you know what else is a dope game?
The one
D&D?
we're playing.
Slay the Spire. I've been playing a lot of
Besides
that
that.
recently.
Lazarus, you are in hot
Yo.
pursuit.
Oh,
Oh,
gotta put the
okay.
pursuit music on.
So, okay. So at some point during my pursuit, it's going to dawn on me that I left a local shop completely unlocked and open,
Mhm.
and I'll slow my pursuit and I will double to lock the shop back in because
Well.
that's a bad thing to realize.
Okay. Well, if you're doubling back like that, I feel it only reasonable to say you've got one failure already. Then. So, you're in a skills challenge to track this person. Give me.
Okay.
Tell me what you want to use.
Well, let's start with. Let's start with with acrobatics to just sort of find some like clever little shortcuts and unusual paths through the city to catch back up.
Okay.
So I will do that.
Yeah, okay. That is obviously a success. Okay, yeah, so you find a shortcut and start chasing after, like, I'll say you're still on the ground level at this point,
Mm-hmm.
but you can see her sort of running along the rooftops and stuff like that. You've got her in your sights at least.
Okay. Excellent. So then I guess I'll use insight to see if I can't tell from just sort of the general that she's taking, like which bobs and weaves and whatnot. If I can't sort of tell what general direction she's going in and see if I can't head her off or start veering before she does and that sort of deal.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Fantastic. It's almost like you're a rogue and you're good at this.
Yeah, it's almost like.
But your Lee rolls have to start kicking in somewhere.
I know.
So yeah, you
I'm
can
just waiting.
yeah, so you can ascertain she's heading in a general sort of southeast direction.
Okay.
Looks like she's heading towards Tradesward. Once she gets there, like there's going to be enough traffic in there. If she really wants to, it's going to be super hard for you to like track her, and just it's going to be hard to follow her at ground level. So you're going to have to sort of pick up the pace. What do you want to do?
Okay. I'm going to use investigation to sort of scope out the area, see if there is a quick way for me to get up to roof level where she is, so that I can avoid crowds.
Give me a perception check for that.
Perception instead? That works.
Fuck. Who are you? You're not Lee.
Bark, bark.
I think the I am not hilarious.
So you totally see like there's an awning you can jump up to, and then from there leap onto a rooftop, and with a crit you hop onto the awning, grab onto the roof, and you pop up almost directly behind her. She actually is like startled to see you back there. You're a persistent one.
Laz is smart, but he's not witty. He's not really going to say anything. He's just going to, just try to keep pace.
When you don't say anything, she's just like, "Oh, come on! It's not fun if you don't do the banter." And she'll flick her wrist, and you see like a little vial falls into her hand, and she'll fling it back at you. Give me a dexterity save.
Dexterity save.
12. Okay, so that thing smashes into you. You'll have disadvantage on your next attack roll, or on your next skill check as the vial connects with you. You can see it's filled with some sort of inky black liquid. Once it smashes into you and that liquid hits air, it turns into black smoke. That sort of darkens the area around you.
Laz starts coughing. Lungs are already not great shape right now as it is.
Mm-hmm.
If I was
Pick the wrong week to not stop smoking.
exactly. If I was good at the banter, then I don't know. I'd be one of you cat people.
Cat people?
It's cat burglars. It's what they're called. Do you read it? Don't you read detective novels?
So what's your next skill?
Okay.
And you shouldn't say cat people in no city full of tabaxi. It's offensive.
I hope she actually said that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Then I'm out of skills I'm good at. Okay. You made this just long enough. I'm out of my good skills. Hold on.
We still haven't actually used investigation.
I haven't. Yeah, well, now that I'm up at the top level, top side, and based on everything I know about her, so where I've seen strike and where I've heard of her calling card being found, sort of scanning the rooftops, I'd like to see if I can identify even just a general smaller pocket neighbor that she could be heading towards.
Interesting. Yeah, go for it.
All right. Disadvantage, don't hurt me. Oh, you hurt me.
Oh, okay. So you try to ascertain where she could be heading, but you're in the middle of Tradesward, you're in the middle of the city. She could be going anywhere.
Yeah. Not to mention the smoke.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then what I will do... how far ahead of me is she?
With that smoke, she's gotten to the opposite side of the building. So she's probably about 20 feet from you. And it looks like she's about to make... Like, she's running for... Or she's running towards the edge at breakneck speed. And you can see from where you are that there's no way she can clear that jump. The next building is, like, 35 feet away. She's going to be jumping across the high road.
Oh, God. Okay. Laz will shout, "What the hell are you doing? Stop!" And unfortunately, I think that's a persuasion check.
You could do that or intimidation.
Sure. I'm actually trained in that.
Oh, okay.
So that's a step up. Huzzah!
Okay. She like looks back and she just goes, if I was going to listen to the cops, I wouldn't be running from you. God, you're the worst at this. She gets to the edge and you watch as she sort of wiggles her hands and you see they sparkle with arcane light and she actually like jumps. You'd see the jump spell kick into effect and she leaps across the road.
Damn. So... Alright, Alright, so she leaps across the road and... other side. Okay, could I use a survival check to maybe try to pick out a safe way down and across the high road?
Yes.
Sweet. Let's do that then. Hopefully not get run over by a cart.
Okay. 14 is exactly what you need as you take a leap, or as you like get to the edge of the roof and your sort of primal instincts just sort of kick in. You leap off, and as you do, you time it just in time to like land in a passing wagon full of hay, pop out, and that actually... Oh, yeah, so you got a crit, so that actually fills up your meter. Okay, so yeah, you land in the hay, are able to like scramble up onto the roof. It looks like she's very confident that she lost you with that jump, and so you kind of catch her by surprise as you get up onto the roof again and tackle her. The two of you go tumbling, rolling across the roof, and you actually see her mask goes skittering away, several feet away from her. The two of you tumble down the side of the roof, and she manages to catch herself. You do not quite, and you slide to the edge, and then you feel yourself go over, and in one like sort of sickening moment, you feel yourself about to fall, and you clamber onto the gutter. You're just hanging there from it, and she is just sort of coming to, trying to pick herself up. And we're gonna cut back to the rest of you.
I feel that in the pit of my stomach, man.
So.
Oh shit.
So who do I want to do? Let's do Oz. It's an Oz night. Oz. We cut to you in Goblin Town.
I say I went with them because I don't give a shit about going to a museum.
Okay. So Vivi and Oz are outside of Ord's mansion. It's a mansion by Goblin Ward, Goblin Town standards. So we're talking like a 3-4 story structure.
This place is cool.
Yeah. Too cool.
I hope this is okay. Also, out of character, because I don't remember how many conversations I was actually there for that I heard things about the Blue Bloods and or the Zents and the Valentines.
Let me think.
Yeah, I don't know where Vivi was actually there, because I know we went there for the yawning portal thing, but I don't remember if and or
Yeah, so you've been there for Yeah, you've been there for the Yawning Portal. You've also been there at the hotel, where that information was first revealed. So you've both heard it from the source, being the ambassador. You've had it confirmed by the Zents themselves. And you've overheard just the conversation between Ord and Oz at the bar that one night. So it's probably safe to assume that Vivi knows about the Blue Bloods' connection to the Zents and all that stuff.
And I'm partially interested because I don't really want my family to get involved in it, but whatever. We're going on this.
Oh right, yeah, and then there's the aspect of are you? I think King probably told you about Arthur Valentine. Yeah. I'm going to assume that you're aware of the connection between the Valentines and the Zents as well.
Yeah, because I even said that when I was
Right,
talking with Grandpa.
Right, that's right, yeah. Okay.
Anyway, yeah. Continuing on.
Wait, yeah, I don't remember exactly what I heard, to be honest.
I think it was something about the a splinter with the Zents. Like there's a splinter,
Yes, I do remember that part, and that was something that was gonna.
like the Doom Riders or something.
There's like a splint between two different factions.
There's a splinter group within the Zentarum called the Doom Raiders.
I think I learned more than that, though.
You also learned that the splinter group is not popular with the rest of the Zents. That there is a Zentarum agent known as Doomflail, who is after them. They have no idea who Arestian Damarn is, the guy who attacked the opera that night. That Zentarum agent who attacked the opera. They have no idea who he is, so he's an unknown. And
did I learn some information as well when I was spying by myself on that one lady at the store?
Yeah. So you were able to ascertain that Davil Starsong and Istrid Horn, the woman that you were spying on, they're both Doom Raiders themselves. They also had connections to Binny Weaseltooth, like he was one of their buddies in the Zentarum, and was actually like all the stuff that Binny was stealing, he was selling to Istrid. And you were also able to ask.
What was Benny a part of? Was he part of?
Benny was the very first guy that you guys the first mobster you guys encountered.
I do remember that. Was he what group was he a part of though?
He was a member. He was a member of the Zentarum, but he was a member of the Zentarum who was stealing from them and selling to Horn. So he was pretending to be one part of the faction, or one faction, but he's actually double dealing. Get what I'm saying?
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So there was that. He was also the guy who kidnapped Raynar Neverember. Rainier Neverember for some reason. You never ascertained why.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
I go to enter the establishment.
You guys enter in. When you head in, it's a busy night at the Blue Blood house. There are several members of the family all gathered in the parlor, and they're all just sort of playing games and stuff like yeah. We'll assume they're playing like cards. Let's see. Gonna need all of these. Gonna need all of these.
All the family members. Whip out all
so many
50 of
family.
them.
No, not all of them, but a lot of them. But yeah, and they're all just sitting in the living room, enjoying card games and stuff like that. When you come in, Oz, let's see. Who would be the best for this? It would probably be. Oh, you know what? Let's do Nip. Oh, this one. Your cousin Nip notices you, glares, and then walks over to you. What?
Hey!
What are you doing here?
Here to talk to the big man. An important business.
Dad said you might be coming by. He's upstairs.
I'm just like
Right.
kind of like waving at everybody, smiling, not saying anything.
Who the hell is this? Oh, wait a minute. She looks at you, and then she adjusts her glasses. Ah, the shaba shit in my eye. You're Red Knuckles, little gearhead, right?
Yeah, that's me. Good, nice to see you again, Nip.
Yeah. Fantastic. Can't get away from work even when I'm here. Fantastic. I'm not paid enough for this shit. She walks back into the parlor.
You never paid enough for this shit. That's what you always say.
I mean, it's true though.
How much do you get paid, Nip?
She turns back. She like spins on
Not
her heel.
enough.
Well, why? Looking to borrow money again?
What? Look, let me just talk to my uncle here.
Then head upstairs. What do you need me to show you around?
No, I don't. Thanks. I start walking upstairs.
Fucking prick.
I love
yeah,
my
you can-
family.
You can head upstairs to Ord's office.
Ditto.
Outside of it, you can see that there are a pair of Darfell, these big hulking guys. No body hair and the skin coloration of like an orca whale. They're just standing there. They have their arms folded in front of them, and then they see you coming. One of them, the biggest one, who's actually like almost completely white. You know his name is Beluga Brazzi. He just sort of reaches over and opens up the door.
Beluga Brazzi.
Yes, I did make them Darfell, just so I can make that reference someday.
He knows why I'm here. I go to enter.
Yep. Inside, or like they'll stop Vivi if she tries to go in.
No, me? Should I? Can I?
You can stay out here. If something bad happens, you know what to do.
The Godfather
Uh,
doesn't want you in here. Family business.
Hey, that's fine. Understandable.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll be here.
I'll like get my guitar and be like softly playing it.
You softly play it as you watch the door close. Inside Oz, you have Ord. So, there we go. But he's not alone. You also have your uncle Luld and good old Eels there.
Great.
And lastly, your cousin Zoff. That would be Ord's youngest kid. Also the heir. They're all sitting around discussing various matters. When you walk in, they all get quiet.
Hey, Uncle. Well, long time no see.
It was
Been
good
like
to
a-
see. Good to see you, Oz.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
I go sit down.
So, what do you have for me? Eel tells me he found you at a restaurant a few streets over. Is that true?
Yeah, I was on a date. We had it planned. I was coming over right afterward.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Anyone
yeah.
I know?
She's pretty famous. She does a lot of plays, stuff where you're entertaining everybody and playing characters, stuff like that.
I know what the play is, Oz.
Okay. Of course you do, Ward. Of course.
Well, either way, what do you have for me?
I have information, so I did what you asked. So
That's a change of pace. So it's off in the corner.
yeah, change your pace. So what I did was I spied on that lady, and I learned some information that I forgot already.
Zentarum Splinter Group, Doom Riders,
I
Losers.
just
Oh,
want
yeah,
to say you
yeah.
relay everything that you know.
Yeah. If you want to say that.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah.
Also, didn't we learn about the like his family being found out?
Oh
That,
yeah,
like-
I talk about that as well.
Okay. Yeah. So you relay everything about the Zentarum to them, and then you mention about the family being revealed, and that really, like everything you've been saying, people have been sort of like talking in hushed tones about around the room. When you bring that up, they all sort of pay attention, and you can see Ord gets visibly bothered by all of this.
Yeah, they said there's something about trying to work with somebody else, somebody new.
I don't suppose you're working with someone new. I don't suppose you know who?
Nah, honestly, it was a family name I haven't really heard before.
Well,
I think it
and
was-
you say the guild knows about our relationship with the Zentaro.
Yeah, that's what it seems. They mention you by name.
Lold sort of chimes in here. What could be a problem? Eel's just like, a big one. Ord sort of
So-
scratches his chin.
I did what I was supposed to.
That you did. And tell me, us, given everything that you know, and given the fact that you've been the one observing the Zentarum the most, and in light of the development here with our outing,
Yeah.
what is your recommendation that we do?
Oh God.
See, I told you, Dad, that he wouldn't have a fucking answer. Zoff, enough.
Well. I would say if they know what we're doing, maybe we should find out a little bit more about this new family that they're working with. Maybe that should be our next step. Because if we can learn more about their next move, maybe we can make our move before they do.
He considers it. But should we... So, is your recommendation to not join the Zentarum? Right now, we're allied with them. I'm considering joining them permanently.
It doesn't sound like they're very good for us. Let's be real, Lord. I don't think they're good for the family. And if that's what our goal is, then I don't think we should join them.
It sounds like they're very unreliable, says Lulled. But Zoff just sort of chimes in. Well, I think they sound great. We've been working with them for years, Dad. I don't see why we just don't go ahead and join them. Eel's been kind of quiet throughout this whole thing, but he sort of chimes in. If we're found out about the guild, that could be a problem.
Not
we
to
might
mention-
need Zentara muscle to survive.
Well, I mean, we survived so far, right?
We have survived because we have been able to maintain a certain level of anonymity. People do not know that we are so connected to the Zentarum. If this information is out, it means that the Zentarum enemies could become our enemies. Speaking of which, Vivi, downstairs there's a bit of a commotion because you hear a knocking on the door, and the Blue Blood Butler ends up opening up the door to a couple of gentlemen. Let's see. I should have handouts for them. I'm positive I have handouts for them. Ah, yeah. They opened the door to this gentleman, along with a Thrycreen, a Genasi woman, Earth Genasi woman, and let's see, not that guy. Where are you? This guy. Sledge is number 2. He starts chatting with a couple of he chats with a couple of the family members, and then you can see he starts heading up. Lear starts heading upstairs. The others stay downstairs.
I will stay put.
Mm-hmm. He gets to the top of the stairs and he sees you standing there. Vivi?
Go right now. Uh-oh. He's scared too.
Yeah.
There's a baby goblin somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good background noise.
Yeah.
Pleasure seeing you here. On business, I assume?
Naturally. I'm a little surprised to see you around here.
Also business, I guess?
Oh, you got business with the Blue Bloods then?
More or less.
Huh.
I'm really just sitting here, actually. I'm waiting. I guess I'm not cool enough to go in, but... Well...
Oh, why? Is there some sort of party going on in there?
I think it's like strict family only kind of thing. You know the deal.
Well, I'm sure I'm sure these nice gentlemen, and he looks at the guards, would be willing to make an exception. They
For
exchange
you,
a look.
I'm sure. Gentlemen. This is Lear
So what?
here.
Yeah, looks back at you, Vivi. How are things, Vi?
Not bad. Doing investigating and gathering up money, obviously. You know, like I should be.
Of course. 25 days. I'm counting.
I'm also
Good.
counting.
That's good.
I'm pretty good at counting. You know how good I am at counting.
I know how good you are at burning through my money.
Yep.
Parenting. He thinks for a second and he's just like, how are you doing in that department? Made any progress?
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
Like I said,
Good.
don't you worry. I will have it.
I should hope so.
I also hope so.
He'll pat you on the cheek and he'll look out at the guards. Open the fucking door. They consider it, and then they open the door for him. So Oz, you're in hanging out with Ord as the door opens up, and Lear Redknuckle, this dwarf, comes walking in. Gentlemen, I hope I'm not bothering you. Door closes behind him. So, what's going on in here? Ord, you can see, is like visibly unnerved by Redknuckle just sort of barging in here. Zoff actually stands up. Now, just who the fuck do you think you are? Sit the fuck down, kid. You see, he just sits back down obediently. He'll tip his hat to you, Oz.
Hello, Mr. Redknuckle. Fancy bringing you here.
Indeed. Or just sort of goes, and what do I owe the pleasure, Leah? Oh, I was just passing by. I thought I'd stop by and say hello to my old friend. How you doing these days, Ord? He'll sit down. He'll sit down like right next to Eel. How's business? Business is fine. You know, I heard something about your business. What about it earlier today? People saying, well, I think you know what they've been saying. Well, I hear it. You got some friends, some pretty good friends. Unfortunately, they're not friends of me, and you can understand why that might be a problem. We've had a nice balance here for a long time, Lord. I remember the bad old days, and I remember what you did for me back then. But the bad old days are just that. Old. But never let it be said that the little red knuckle doesn't remember a friend. And never let it be said that he doesn't do things in a square manner. So, I thought I'd just come around and let you folks know that I know. He'll stand back up. And another thing is, my bosses are going to know pretty soon. And once they know, they're not going to be very happy. He'll start heading for the door, and Eel just sort of chimes in. And why don't we just kill you right now? That would be a bad idea. Because my boys are downstairs with all those nice little ones. Now, I'm not the type of man to bring a man's family into this. But I am a man who finishes fights. Think over your priorities, Ord. You got 72 hours. We've got openings in the guild. Always looking to expand. And if that's not interesting, well, it's a big fucking world. You can find somewhere else, right? You folks have a good evening. We'll step back out. Oz, or King. King and Jim and Ezo. God, wow, it's 11 o'clock already. Actually, given the hour, I hate to do this to you guys. Let's finish up with Laz.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Okay.
Okay.
More
Yeah, no
time to
problem.
absorb my sticking culture next time.
Exactly. Don't
Yeah.
want to rush that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little bit more involved.
You got a lot of fancy clothes to put on.
But Laz, so you go skidding across the roof. You start hanging off the edge, holding on to the gutter. The Black Viper goes tumbling. She manages to catch herself, but her mask goes flying. When it does, you can actually see her hood disappears. And the mask itself, as it goes clattering across the roof, changes shape in midair. It was sort of like this black kind of almost like domino mask, but when it gets off of her face, it turns into this pallid, featureless, almost theater mask sort of thing.
Interesting.
You can also see that her clothing doesn't change, but her frame slightly does. So you get the impression that a mask probably casts like disguise self on her or something like that.
Okay.
And
Can I-
she'll sort of right herself, and as you're trying to pull yourself up, you can give me a strength check.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, so you're hanging on there, but you can't quite get yourself up. The Viper stands up, sort of looks at you. You can look down, Laz, and you can see it's a long way down. You've unfortunately climbed up to like a bit of a tower on one of these buildings, so it's like a 50-foot drop. The Viper walks over to you and just sort of stands over you, gives you a big cocky smile.
Do I recognize her?
There are. No, you don't recognize her. You've never seen this woman before.
Okay.
But she'll lean down. You look like you're having trouble.
Touch.
She'll grab you by the hand and help you up. Are you? Hang on. Actually, hang on. This is an important question. Does Laz wear his wedding ring?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me let me turn this around a little bit. Does knowing his wife, would Laz think it would upset her to see him wear his wedding?
No.
That makes sense. Okay.
No.
Okay, then yes, he probably does.
Okay. Yeah, so she grabs you by the hands and starts helping you up, but you also feel her slip off your ring as she does. She holds it up to you and then throws it as far as she can in the opposite direction. Don't follow me again. She'll bend down, pick up her mask, slap it back on.
Throwing the ring was unnecessary. I wasn't going to follow after this. Thank you. And then he's going to last try to make his way back down.
Yep.
Down to where he can see if he can find his ring.
Yeah. So she starts running to the edge of the roof, and as she does, like something sort of clicks in the back of your head, Laz, because you've never seen this woman before, but she does look vaguely familiar. There's certain physical characteristics that stand out, but she'll go leaping off the edge of the roof.
Shit!
Is she in earshot?
Yeah. I'll give you like a couple of seconds when she's still in earshot.
Vivian?
She'll just keeps on going.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
And we'll end it there for tonight.
Holy shit.
Oh, damn. So that blows one of my theories. Like it does, and I'm okay with that.
I had a feeling as soon as the mask fell
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Oh snap.
What? Snap, crackle, pop. Rice Krispies.
Yeah. That I was not expecting.
Shit.
Wow.
Huh.
It's all grown up.
Well, shit, keep chasing her. Get her.
Get.
Well, now you have her scent at least.
That is true. How much do we want to bet she's going immediately right back to that jewelry store?
It wouldn't be an awful idea to just, double back to them and try and meet her there.
I still have to find my wedding ring.
That's true.
That's kind of important.
It is to last.
Exactly. Womp, 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 womp.
Wow. Good session.
Yeah, that was a good session.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I missed
Very
the
good.
Goblin Mafia. That was fun.
That was
Yeah.
The rum.
Yeah.
I love that. I loved it because there's a lot of Oz in it. And I love Oz.
That's because Oz is great.
Is what?
Oz is a lot
That's
of
because
fun.
Oz is great.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, and we're not quite done with Oz tonight, and in that little conversation. So keep it in mind and ponder it over the next couple of weeks, Ryan. Whether what Oz's advice might be going forward, given that conversation. Obviously, come up with your own decisions. Make your own decisions, but.
They can
Friends
ally
multiple
with
times that the
us.
Zentarums suck ass.
I like this sandstone.
I mean, if you get
They're-
the family
they're
to
dumb.
be
I like the
goods
same
of the
thing.
guild, then
Or
whenever
the
I'm running the guild, then
Greyhands.
I loved Red Knuckles showing up.
Yeah. It's like, oh.
My question is, what did Blue Blood like? How that relationship? I'm interested to see what's going on.
yeah, what
With
are the
who?
battle times?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Oh, with,
Yeah, it's a
Red
good
Knuckles.
question.
Battle times.
The battle times were bad.
Like, was that a
And
gang?
old.
Was that like a goblins not being accepted in the city kind of thing? Like, I want to know what that is. I'm intrigued.
The lore.
I also just like to imagine that like the mansion isn't built for tall people and Sledge is just like
Oh,
heavily
no, no.
hunched over.
Yeah.
He'd probably have a hard time hurting anyone in here. We're gonna be perfectly honest.
Yeah, those Darkfelons are like the main stairwell is pretty much the only room they can stand up fully in this place.
Yeah. Well, wow. Good session.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry I didn't get to the Maztecan museum
no.
guys a little bit.
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
okay.
no
we'll,
worries.
we'll
That's next
cherish.
session.
We'll cherish it next
Yeah.
time.
Next
Yeah.
session.
Yeah, still decide whether I
Really-
want to go in there like as me or go incognito in some way.
This is
Really
annoying.
gonna
I'm trying to get
prolong the
to get
fate.
to the next day because I've got good stuff for that and
my
it's dragging along. It's fine.
my night was made by this budding romance between Izo and Jem.
I know.
Amazing.
It all started because Izo was hungry, and he thought Jimheim looked hungry.
and he was hungry. I was hungry.
Jizo.
You know me so well.
I am ready to wingman the shit out of this.
I mean, if anything, people just assume you're on a date with Kalani because you both look fancy as shit. So
Well, let's prove them wrong.
Kilani's going to the museum with her gay best friends. This is great.
And King for some reason. What? I
Yeah.
can see
He-
my
he's-
culture. Slides
yeah,
in.
the culture.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the artifacts from my homeland and maybe take some. I don't know yet.
I was about to say, see if any.
You mean El Tigre?
See if
Mel
any of
Tigre
us
might want to be learning more about his ancestry.
Amazing.
God, what did I? How did I miss? How did I miss say El Tigre last time?
You mispronounced it a few times. It was great. I think El Latte was at least one of them.
Oh, El Latte.
El Latte, El Tigre.
Yeah, El Latte is my favorite.
Letigray.
Yeah.
Letiger.
Latte Gray. Latte Gray. That sounds right.
Latte Gray.
Latte Gray.
That's great.
Love it.
Just
Oh,
gotta decide whether I
fucking
want to
beautiful.
show off or go incognito. That's the main decision I make.
It's a hard choice.
Because I one thing I'm worried about is I've got those jewels in my claw, and I wonder. I don't know if it's gonna be a problem if any people from Azteca are there seeing that I have those.
That's a good point.
I
So
mean,
you guys
unless
said I
they
wanna
like
handle that.
immediately recognize the jewels on your makeshift claw.
Exactly, that's what I'm like. Yeah, that's what I'm referring to. Is they recognize those jewels. Either, oh hey, they'll be wowed by me, or oh hey, why do you have those? Depends on what kind of people from Azteca are there.
King, think of this. How funny would it be if after your exile, your brother just sold all your shit And so the museum exhibit is just like the contents of your
Actually, all your shit.
Oh, if that
Well,
happens,
there goes the spoiler. I'm joking.
Spoiling everything.
You guys ruined his bit.
Who has the bag of holding right now? We have a bag of holding? We have one, right?
I have my own bag of holding. Y'all can get your own.
Shit.
The
Oh,
bag
man,
of
I
holding
need a
ain't no
bag-
the bag of holding. It's
I need
my
a
bag.
bag of holding for all my eggs. Then they're really
True. Egg of holding.
Egg of
Well,
holding.
I'm
Holding
a
of
feeling
eggs.
Izo
Carton of holding.
I'm a feeling Izo has really big pockets, so I might be handing him a few things here or there while we do this tour.
I loved your
These are-
master parenting there for a second, Susan. Shut the fuck up, baby.
Quiet, man.
Izo's clothes are filled with pockets. Like there's so many like
Perfect.
little pockets stitched all over.
Yep. Lots of pockets.
Yeah. There's a chance King might just start handing you things when we're museum tour.
They're all go in different pockets.
I love that the majority of you went into that restaurant with no willingness or capacity to pay. that Izo, probably the poorest motherfucker amongst all of you,
Fucking
was the
thing.
one who paid. Yeah.
I've only got 16 gold because most of mine isn't gold anymore, so I'm not spending that on some fucking pate.
I would definitely pay for it if I had
If you,
it.
if you hadn't spent all your money on your sword.
If
Yeah.
I had money, I'd pay money, but I don't have money.
That dawned on me like several days after you did that, Oz. I was like, wait a minute, he doesn't have any fucking money. He's about to go on a date.
Amazing.
I have money. I'm just not
was
spending
so
any
good.
of it.
Perturbed by it.
That was funny. What a fun session.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, those are yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And Alex says we didn't get anything done in the Curse of Strahd games.
Oh.
Yeah, extra nothing got done this session.
I can't wait to go.
There's
Half
lots
a
of
day.
Yeah. I'm being facetious.
I can't wait to go find Wash's master.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, see what my sword fucking does, because right now it's like...
Yeah, I was sort of like torn as to whether I just want to give it to you or if I want to make this into a story point. I want a story point for Oz. I need more story points for Oz. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, it gives us a place to go look at fancy armor and weapons,
True.
Good point.
and maybe other magical shit.
I forget, did the rapier come from a pawn shop or somewhere else?
It was a pawn shop.
Oh,
Is
he
it-
might
strictly speaking, it wasn't really a pawn shop. Although, I mean, pawn shop would actually be kind of doing a service. It's more like it was almost like a shed sandwiched between two buildings, like in an alleyway.
What
I
if
swear
we
you went
show
to the
him
actual
the...
like, weapon shop, but
Did I? I don't remember.
I thought it was an actual weapon shop.
It's an actual weapon shop, but it's like it's roughly the size of like a big shed.
What if we
It's
bring a
actually
rapier...
called the Tool Shed,
There's like a hole.
run
in
by
the
a guy
wall.
named Rudy.
What if we bring that rapier to him, and rather than showing you how to use it, he's like, hey, why do you have that? Give it back.
Well, I'm not going to him. Fuck him. I'm gonna go to the source.
No, I mean, you go to the source, he's like, hey, why do you have that? Give it back.
Oh, that guy. Oh,
That sword I made years ago and was stolen. Give that back to me, you thief.
my sword now.
How
I
do I
bought
use
it
it?
fair and square, 200 gold.
The 200 gold thing.
I love how that implies that Oz sold all of Gemheim's stuff for only 200 gold.
I know.
Wasn't it
I
around-
thought about that. I was like, would Jem understand?
I mean, do we
that?
also know that he managed to actually get the prize from the stupid party?
Oh, yeah, you know he got that, yeah.
Where the fuck's that money?
Wait, what price from the party? What?
That's how you have
the-
1,000 gold.
The 1250 from the tightrope walking, the beam
yeah,
walking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Brave
I'm,
man's
I'm
road.
pretty greedy, huh?
Yeah, I could have at least.
For all you know, he could just be
100%.
lying about the fact he doesn't have money.
Yeah.
Sure.
That
I'm like,
just
mhm.
reminded me of
Yeah.
that.
I like
That just reminded me-
the way I'm playing Gemheim is like he's never had to think about money before in his life, so he's like not really used to it.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Just
and so
give
far, it's not
everybody
been a
money when
problem.
I have it.
So
Yeah,
far,
he's-
like he's been fine. He's been walking around with 27 silver in his pocket, and things seem to be all right. So
Yeah, no need it.
This reminded me that Vivi and I still have those creepy rings on from the party. Oh god, what are those gonna do?
Yeah.
I haven't forgotten.
I'm sure you
Creepy. A
have.
creepy voice is gonna come into our heads.
where did those rings come from?
I forgot for a second. Just for a second.
I was anticipating this creepy voice is gonna come to the store.
Oh my god, that just reminded me the whole time King trying to get Oz's attention was killing me. You're short and agree, listen to me.
I was not listening.
I figure he responds
Exactly.
to insults.
What's that noise?
I was
Bro,
dying.
that was amazing.
I think it's Eric's mic. It happened once before.
My mic.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to bed anyway. So,
Wait, I want to talk about real life.
No.
what do you want to talk about? Real life sucks. I've been quarantined
Yeah.
for weeks.
So we play more games or what?
Yeah, we'll play next week. Last week was just a crazy week because it was my first week of remote teaching.
Are you
But-
still remote teaching right now, or are you guys even doing that?
Yeah. But it's like, but
Here
now
in
we're
Arizona?
in the groove.
In Arizona, they closed down all the schools. They're done for the year.
Yeah, same
Wow.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing online teaching. They just canceled our spring break, so we're teaching through spring break.
Very interesting.
But yeah, we're online teaching. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, at least you guys are teaching. Like, there's no school for these
Yeah.
kids.
yeah, it's been an interesting challenge. But last
What a-
week was totally nuts. But this week has been like starting to get in the groove of things, figuring it out.
We live in a crazy world right now, guys. This is like history book type shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just glad it's one of those. It's not one of those pandemics where people die from bleeding out every pore in their body.
Well,
That's not the
Is that
kind
the
of thing
name?
I want to live through.
I
On the flip side, you would definitely know who's the sick guy. Stay away from that guy.
That's
and
true.
and it actually, if it's incredibly lethal, it spreads slower.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with
Kill more
this, like,
people.
people
They'll
can have
die faster.
people can have it for weeks with no symptoms, and it turns out they're spreading to everyone.
Yeah, viruses have an evolutionary benefit
Yeah.
to actually not kill you.
Yeah.
Or kill you less.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, I gotta go.
Yeah.
yeah. Good
Yeah.
night,
Good night,
friends.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Guys.
Night,
Good
guys.
night, guys.
See you in 2 weeks.
And we will play next week, I promise.
Okay, cool. I look
See you
forward
guys
to it.
there.
Sweet, though, of course, if like real life stuff gets in the way, like don't
Yeah.
don't
No,
like,
it'll be
force
fine.
it.
I'm good now.
Okay. Good night, guys.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Night.
Good night.
Stay safe.